Hello and welcome to Healthy Isolation. I'm your host, Professor Luke Prosper. And this is session 7, and we're going to be talking about guilt. Guilt is something that will haunt you if you're not careful. Guilt is the feeling that you did something wrong. The feeling that if only I had ... or if only I hadn't ... And guilt is something that a lot of parents struggle with, especially when it comes to this sickness. You know, when your kid is sick, especially in Chinese culture, if your kid is sick, it's your fault. You must have done something wrong. You renovated your house when your kid was, 1 year old. You didn't wait 6 months before you entered your house. You lived by the power lines. You ate the wrong food. You didn't do whatever. All right, that somehow your kid being sick is your fault, and this is not true. All right, it is not true. Doctors do not know why children get leukemia. Everybody else thinks they know. All right, I can guarantee you've had people tell you, oh, well, it's because you did this, or it's because you did this, or because you did this. That is not helpful, first of all, and secondly, it's not accurate. And so carrying around the guilt, if only I hadn't given him milk powder when he was a baby. If only I hadn't whatever. I mean there's like a million things that people have told us that could be the reason for why our kid is sick. Guess what? None of them are helpful. Even if we knew the answer, it still wouldn't be helpful. But we don't, and doctors don't. They don't know why kids get these diseases. Okay? And so it's not your fault. You don't need to feel guilty. Now, last time we talked about anger, and anger and guilt often go hand in hand, because your kid will do something and you'll get angry and they'll get angry and you'll get angry, and then you have a big fight and then you feel guilty. It's like, oh, my kid is sick and I'm treating them so badly and I'm so angry at them, and which makes you angrier, all right, or sadder, depending on how you process it. But you just level this guilt on yourself. Oh, I should be more whatever. I should be more understanding. I should be more kind. I should be more, and you just cover yourself in guilt. This is not helpful to you. It's not helpful to your kid. But some parents feel like if they don't feel guilty, it means they don't care. If they don't feel guilty, it means that they don't really love their child. All right, this is a lie. All right, you don't have to feel guilty in order to love your child. The reason this happens is because a lot of times parents have experienced this with their own parents, all right? And that your parent will make you feel guilty if you don't do what they want you to do, all right? If you don't do what they want, however you say that. Your parents made you feel guilty if you didn't do what they wanted you to do, whether it's take the job that they wanted you to take, or marry the person that they wanted you to marry. Oh, I gave you life. How could you not listen to me? This kind of guilt is so unhelpful, all right? And you don't want to pass that guilt on to your kids. It's like, look how much I'm doing for you. You should take your medicine. All right? Not helpful. Not helpful for them, not helpful for you. Okay? It's not the kind of energy that you need in here. Okay? Making somebody feel guilty for not doing what you want it's effective. All right, it's effective because they love you and they want to make you happy. But if you use that weapon too much, guess what? Your kids will end up hating you. Because think about it from your experience. You hate the people who do that to you. So why would you do that to your kid? All right? Don't use guilt as a motivator. Well, if you take away guilt, what do you have? Rather than using guilt, you can use understanding and say, look, I understand that you're frustrated in here and that you're angry and that you need to express your emotions. You can be angry over there, shake the bed, smash the window, yell at me. It's not going to affect me. I'm not going to feel guilty because you're angry. That's your emotion. You are you, and I am me. You can have that emotion if you want to, but it's really not my fault. It's your choice. And this is a healthy way of processing the fact that your child is an individual and you are an individual. And if you can do this, you'll have a much healthier isolation. All right? We'll stop here. Next time we will be talking about reconciliation. All right? And so I hope you're doing well. 加油.